Hey, Coach Doug Feinberg, the Associated Press. It's good to see you.
Hi, Doug.
Even though you see me. Just talk about, you guys got off to a little bit of a slow start, I think, against their zone, but then things seemed to open up. Just what was the difference after the first few minutes as far as you guys on offense seemed to be clicking a little bit more?
Well, I thought we had better ball movement and people movement. I thought the first couple minutes we were a little rushed and we weren't getting enough movement. Against their zone, you really have to move and make it difficult for them to find us. And I thought the first few possessions, we were just standing around. Once we got movement, ball movement, people movement, we started to click, and then our defense was just tremendous. I can't even say enough about our defense.
Our next question is from Charlotte.
Hey, Chris, this is Charlotte Kale from The Athletic. Liv mentioned just how good the communication was on defense. How have you seen that grown since the beginning of the season, especially with such a young group?
It has definitely grown. I think one of the first games we had at Gamble, it was dead silence, and with no crowd, it's very easy to tell when there's communication. But today it was different. I think that started with E. I thought her voice, I could hear it the entire time, and a lot of communication within the group. We just covered up everything. I thought they found it very difficult to get the shots that they wanted, and we did a really good job on the backboard. It was physical, and we handled the physical play, and then we were able to get out in transition.
Alexa.
Hi, Chris. This is Alexa.
Hi, Alexa.
Hello. You guys seemed like just really had to grind things out in the first half, and then finally things kind of, the floodgates came open in the third. How valuable is that experience, especially just given everything that this team has been through, being down the two coaches, losing Nika for today, just to know that, especially for the young kids, if they can grind it out at a tournament game like this, then the results are going to be very valuable.
Yeah, I think you go in expecting to have to grind it out, and there's no rule that says Connecticut has to be up 40 at halftime. I think that's just part, there are only good teams left, and so you have to expect that other teams are going to play well, and you're going to miss shots, and you're going to have to make plays and stay together. And I thought we've been learning that, and we've done it, and today was another example of it.
Daniel.
Hi, CD. This is Daniel Connolly from the UConn blog. First, do you have an update on what Nika's timeline to come back would be since she didn't play tonight? And then secondly, what does Nika bring to the team that you're missing when she's not on the floor tonight?
Well, first off, I do not have an update on when we're expecting her. I was hopeful, and I think I said it on the other call, if there was any way she could play, she would have suited up, and she wasn't able to. I'm hoping with the, day off tomorrow and then getting ready, that I'm hopeful that she'll play on Saturday, but that's not an official statement from our athletic trainer or from Nika. I'm just hopeful. So, but certainly today I was concerned because it's another guard in the lineup, and another ball handler, another player that can knock in a three, and just her energy. I think it was what I was concerned about not having coming into the game, but everyone stepped up. And it's funny, no one had to be superhuman. Everyone just had to do what they did and did it well and do it well. And I thought every person that came in, we got good minutes from Aubrey, got good minutes from Anna. I just thought that, we had people step up and do their role and play their part and do their job, and that's, that's nice to see.
Carl
Adamek from the Journal Inquirer, Chris. This is 27 straight Sweet 16s for UConn. You've done it with a lot of players in different styles, but what does it say about the consistency of what you, Gino, the coaches bring to the program and, bring to this that allows you to be this successful?
It's funny, I can still remember the very first one that we went to with them, and the Husky dog was carrying a suitcase and saying we're going dancing. And I think it says everything about, the consistency says everything about our players and the type of players we have and the type of players that we have in our program, because you have to embrace being at UConn. You have to embrace having a target on your back. You have to embrace working hard and having it not always be easy. And I think, you know, when I think back just even with our win streaks and all of those things, that's a credit to our players because they don't take days off. They, you know, they understand that every possession is important, every practice is important, and I just think it's a credit to the players that we have had in our program and the players that we have in our program. And that's the great thing about Connecticut. You know, it wasn't just this year's team playing tonight. It was all of the former players with us too. I can tell you that through texts and messages that I received, and you could feel that. And that's a power and a strength that, you know, our program has.
Matthew.
Matthew Schneid from TSN. Coach, just on Aaliyah Edwards coming in, starting tonight, how did you assess her performance?
I thought she started out a little nervous, which is to be expected, but then I thought she gave us great minutes, physical underneath, finished around the rim, made some free throws. The ball handling the length of the court, that made me a little nervous. I think I was saying, oh no, oh no, oh no, the entire time, but you know, she's a good, she has some guard skills and, you know, can do a lot of different things. So her presence, and she and Liv are just playing really well together. And I think the longer the season goes, and you know, just in the last few weeks, that relationship and that, you know, that connection has been really strong.
John.
Hi, Chris. John Fanta from the Big East Digital Network and Fox Sports. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
You talk about, you know, the former players and just the collectivity of this program. For this specific group, Chris, now with everything that's gone on this season and just the weird circumstance and the strangeness of it, what is it about their composure and this group's personality that has allowed them to handle anything and everything and now heading into the Sweet 16?
Well, I think some of the credit has to go to our juniors. I say our older guys, and they're only juniors. And when you think about the fact that Olivia and Kristen have only played in one NCAA tournament as a UConn player, and this was her first experience as a UConn player, they've had to set the tone without having a lot of experience on their own. I think there's a trust among the team, and there's a trust between the team and the coaching staff that is at a different place now than it was back in October. And I think that growth and that trust has allowed them to be more consistent, has allowed them to have a sense of calmness about them. And certainly, you know, our guards, when they play with that, whether it's Paige or Kristen, that helps set the tone for everybody else.
Now we'll go to Doug.
Hey, Chris. Doug Bonjour, Hearst, Connecticut Media.
Hi,
Just
Doug.
wondering if you had any conversation with Gino today, if you're able to wish him a happy birthday, and I'm assuming he's eager to come back.
Yes, he is. Yes, wished him happy birthday. The kids sang happy birthday to him, so they were happy about that. This was a tough game. This was a tough game because, you know, I didn't want to be in a position where I cost our players an opportunity to keep playing. And he was really actually calming, you know, when I was talking to him. It starts in text and then phone calls and that. So I think we were both anxious. And I know everybody's going to be really happy to have him here tomorrow. I say that now, but maybe like he gets here at noon, I think. By 5, I might regret saying that, but for right now, I'm looking forward to having him here.
All right, we have time for one more question, so we'll go to Mike.
Hi, Coach. Michael Farrar here with Burger Sports Network. I asked this to Olivia earlier. You guys held Syracuse less than 50 points. What were you so proud about your defense tonight, and as well as your offense? And then my second question for you, how excited are you for your Sweet 16 matchup? Okay,
so our defense, I just thought the communication was so good, and the movement, and we just made it really difficult on Syracuse to get the shots and the really good looks. I mean, it's impossible to keep Cardoza from getting a lot of easy looks, but I felt like we made her work at it, and we made the other players have to make some decisions about whether they were going to shoot, and we mixed it up. I mean, we've not played that much zone. I don't know the last game that we played that much zone, so I think that, that helped us a lot. We tried to mix it up and keep them a little off balance. And because we did such a great job on the backboard, we were able to get out in transition. And that, once we got into transition, that turned the game around and increased our lead. But I thought even in the half court, we handled their zone. Once we settled down and we got some movement, and I think, that allowed us to put points on the board. The second question, what was it? Oh, how excited I am. All right. Very excited. This might be, this team, and I know Gino has talked about it, their celebration from, the Big East tournament, but their excitement. There wasn't a celebration as much today as an excitement, that they're excited to be able to play in the Sweet 16. They're excited to have their coach back. And they're just happy. They're a fun group, and they're just looking forward to getting a chance to play again.